This podcast is brought to you by Mapper Forward's new Patreon community, the Global Coffee Think Tank. Check the show notes or head to patreon.com/Mapper Forward to find out how you can become a member today. Welcome to the Daily Coffee Pro by Mapper Forward, friends. I'm your host, Lee Safar, and today on the podcast, we are into episode 2 of our 5-part series with Fatima. And Fatima, you are a specialty coffee consumer. Well, I think calling you a specialty coffee consumer after our first episode with you is quite the understatement. You are specialty coffee obsessed, and
yes, I guess. They call me that now.
And so for you, specialty coffee, when defining specialty coffee, a big part of that is the way that you experience the coffee. And it sounds like you invest a lot of energy and effort and probably a lot of money into the experience around specialty coffee.
With joy.
So tell me, what is it that you're looking for when you're looking for specialty coffee experiences?
I'm looking for a new experience every day. I love exploring, and the cup of coffee to me is not just a cup of coffee, it's everything about it. So I will tell you one thing, just picture my situation every day, okay? I have these rituals every day, in the morning and in the afternoon. If I'm sitting at home, my first cup of coffee in the morning is really important. And believe me, Lee, if you're sitting next to me, I will not talk to you till I get this cup of coffee. It's really important to the point that I have my own rituals. I put my headset, put my favorite composer music, and put my candle, brew my coffee, read the labels every day, even though I've read it yesterday in the bags of the coffee. I read it again and again and again to understand exactly what I'm having again in this cup of coffee. I have my own rituals that, for example, I prepare coffee in transparent cups. In my cup of coffee, I love seeing my coffee in this kind of cups. I can't be hidden. I just want to see it.
Okay.
Have this conversation with this. So people call me crazy, but okay, call me crazy. Yeah. I love what I'm doing. Yeah. So it is the whole experience. This cup of coffee is bonding me with music, bonding me with people, bonding me with my imagination. Most of my fantastic ideas is when I'm having this cup of coffee.
So it sounds like a meditation for you.
It's meditation, it's an adventure, it's a connection, it's a bonding thing between me and the whole chain in the coffee supply chain. It's everything. So I'm amazed how this small seed can be so powerful on us, not as a consumer, but the whole chain. Believe me, when I have this conversation with the people in the community, okay? Honestly, you keep asking yourself, what did these people had before this conversation? You will find them jumping around, talking, jumping, singing, and I love that, We have this thing and the conversation will never end when you have this conversation with the coffee people around you. That's why I love coffee. And another thing I love about coffee is that I have my own bag. This bag, I carry it every day, everywhere, anywhere. Just ask me. I have it everywhere.
And what's in it?
I have my kettle, I have my grinder, I have my scale, I have my tools. I have, if I want to have AeroPress, I'm just putting the AeroPress. If I want to have a V60, I'm putting the V60 in the bag, V60 tool and kettle and my different coffee bags, because I know if I'm going outside, I may have Ethiopian right now, and later after 3 hours, I'll have the Costa Rica, or later in the evening, I'll have the Colombian. But I have this bag. and it's really famous now, because even in the work in my at my workplace, when they see this bag, they said, "Ah, the coffee is coming." They see the bag
Wow.
moving, moving around in the corridors of the offices, or you will find my bag next to the sea, or you'll find my bag next to the top of the mountain, and I will take it everywhere.
So
I
when
will
you go
take
on
it
an
everywhere.
adventure, this bag comes
Yeah,
with you. Like you're a big
definitely.
adventurer. And this coffee comes with you. This bag comes with you everywhere.
Believe me, I don't care who's in the car till I put the bag in the car. And then I will ask
Wow.
about anyone else there. The most important part to me is that my bag is in the car before heading to the next trip, or visiting my grandmother, or going to the office. The bag is there.
Wow.
I will never move around with this bag, without this bag, honestly.
So you go from being somebody who doesn't like coffee at all to someone who decides, I'm going to try and understand coffee, to
Definitely.
once you started on that journey, you became obsessed with specialty coffee. Once you realized, like, this man who was walking through the corridors drinking cold brew in a hip flask
Yeah.
sort of piqued your curiosity around there's something other than just hot brewed coffee, and coffee can be something different. So your curiosity is kind of the gateway into
Yeah.
how you become, well, you can't say anything other than obsessed with coffee. And then that leads you down the road of you want to try all different kinds of coffee, and you want to brew different kinds of coffee, and you want to brew it everywhere that you're going.
Yeah. Yeah, I love anything that is challenging. Coffee is really challenging, because today, if I brew this coffee with 93 degrees Celsius, it will
Uh-huh.
taste different. And then if I brewed it with 80 degrees Celsius, it will taste different. If the grind setting is, let's say, a number on a grinder, and I have it, for example, a fine grinds, it will taste different. If it's coarse, it will taste different. If it's something in between, so it's really challenging. It's really challenging. The the thing is that you may use this beans, and you will brew it, you will have something else from the way that I brew this beans here at my place.
Uh-huh.
It's really amazing. It's really amazing how this coffee can drive us crazy.
So it sounds like to me that for you, when I say, like, what do you look for in specialty coffee experiences, it's a very intimate relationship that you have with your coffee experiences. This
Yeah.
is not about you getting together with a big crowd of people and having coffee with them. Your favorite coffee experiences are the most intimate coffee experiences that you have with yourself.
True.
Do
True.
you
I
go
really
go ahead?
no. Just complete your question.
Um, do you go and visit specialty coffee cafes?
Yes, but honestly,
Yeah,
comparing to the period before the pandemic,
yeah.
yeah, I prefer to have my coffee at home, honestly, after that. Yes, I do. I try to visit every new coffee shop in town. It's just to experience not the coffee, because
Uh-huh.
sometimes I prefer mine. Uh,
This is so great.
I prefer my cup of coffee, but it's just the to have the experience and to try something new, to bond with other people. The coffee shops is a place where you do connection. It's either you're going with your friends, or having conversation with a stranger behind the bar, or it's a different thing. It depends what is your purpose from visiting the coffee shops. To me, it was the whole thing, the experience, the conversation, and the most important thing is the cup of coffee. Because if it's not that good, I'll never go back to this coffee shop again. But now, I don't know how to say that, but I prefer my cup of coffee. So when I go to the coffee shop, it's just to have the experience, to have the moments with to the connection, to have this connection with my friends or the people there. But it's not about the coffee anymore.
Wow. So what I want to talk about in the next episode in our series is how you choose the coffee that you're going to have from a roaster. And if you do go to a cafe, how you choose the cafe that you go to. Let's explore that in the next episode.
Yes.
All right, everyone. Join us for the next episode for this fascinating conversation with Fatima. Peace, love, and peanut butter, everybody. Have an amazing rest of your day. Thanks, friends. If you enjoyed this video, here's what you should check out next. Consider supporting Map It Forward on Patreon and be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell before you leave.